Hello and welcome back to the DreamLeague Season 13 EU Closed Qualifiers. My name is Nomad. Joining me is Misery as we get into this best of two series between Alliance and Viking. And we are already pretty far into this draft, actually, but there's not really that much to talk about because they've drafted the same bloody heroes.
Yeah, they have. It's only now starting to get mixed up a bit. There's a Skywrath and a Racer.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's pretty
Surprised
good.
Viking went for the same opening. I'm not too surprised, I suppose, but I wonder if they're going to put Tiny on another role this game, or they're going to continue putting it support.
Yeah, maybe mix it up a little bit. Meanwhile, the Skirmishes is going to give them a lot more damage. Maybe that's something they felt that was missing from the last draft. Just a little bit more to pump out and try and get some kills. But yeah, I mean, the Tiny was certainly good, but one or two questionable moves to start fights at the end of the game. You know, like when he threw the CM into the pit and ended up giving his own life for that. That's just not ever going to be worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it's also what we talked about earlier, right? Like the fact that Tiny kind of wants like a certain amount of levels before he becomes really useful. Plus, he also kind of wants that Blink Dagger in most games. That's a lot of gold and a lot of time that he needs, and he doesn't offer too much in lane. I mean, some lanes he's good, but yeah. Oh, that's a new one.
That's a very new one, a hero I haven't seen played yet.
I like it though. I think the hero is very good. It's very nice for Tiny to play with Darkseer in lane as a 4. I do think what the Alliance can do now is pick anti-mage last though. They need to watch out for that.
10 seconds
It's very strong right now. They could just put Abbott on support here. Or
Yeah,
Leshrac support, however they feel.
And again, pretty light on lockdown, but they've got the Crystal Maiden and the Leshrac, so should be enough. And they've got a ton of slows to go around as well, so yeah, I'd be more than okay with an anti-mage coming up. And on Viking, they don't really have much lockdown either, especially the Tiny and the Silence from the Skywrath. Not
I almost think they have to ban anti-mage last here, or it's really rough already. It's of course winnable, but I do think that's a pretty obvious ban, unless they plan to prematurely counter anti-mage with their last pick.
5 seconds
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, is there anything which can really do that though? Like a mid laner maybe who could? Oh no, they ban it. Okay,
They banned it, but they could pick something like TA or whatever, and then suddenly anti-mage doesn't look as good. But
okay.
It's just easier, I think. TA is not the best against Racer mid, so yeah, it makes sense.
Why does TA do so well against anti-mage? Just because he doesn't have that much physical armor, or?
It's like the timing of TA. You get the Deso like pre 15 minutes or whatever, and then you go Roche, and then anti-mage doesn't have battle fury yet, almost. Or like most of the time. Maybe he just got it, and then he just kind of dies to one melt hit, and you just kind of push. Kill towers fast too. Anti-mage is like, yeah, he can't keep up. That's usually what happens.
Yeah, okay. Well, Viking, final pick coming out for them. They need themselves possibly a mid laner, but then again, they've got Scarth and Tiny. Both can go in mid if they want to mix it up a little bit.
I think it's a 4 Tiny again. I think it could be a fucking mid Sky, actually. I don't know. I don't think it's that good here, but they might do it. I don't know if their mid laner likes this hero. I think it's more about that. If the player likes Sky mid, you might consider it. I don't think it's something that like the normal mid player plays. But I think okay, Invoker again.
All right. They believe in the Tanner Invoker, I suppose. Still a hero which can be played as a 4, but I highly doubt it, judging by their lineup.
So it's a 5 Sky, I guess. Safe lane Sky.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, Crossworks Invoker versus Razor is pretty nice as well. You just don't really get to static link that because the Tornado is just going to come out and he's going to run away from you.
5 seconds
remaining. I like their lineup more this game. I think between the Darkseer and the Skywrath Mage, they have some heroes that are less item dependent, or at least can get their items easier.
Choose your hero.
That's a Lycan.
Didn't see that one coming.
That's a very strong last pick.
Certainly is, yeah. Alliance going to go for the Lycan to give their team a little bit of backbone, a little bit more push, and a little bit more aggression, as they're going to take the fight to Viking this game and try and break them a little bit earlier than last game, as things did go a little bit too long for comfort for them, perhaps. But this game, they're going to try and get to work. All right, I got to ask, what's the possibility of Lycan Ags with Razor Static Link?
What Razor Static Link? Wait, is Axe changed on Lycan? It's not the same the wolves anymore?
He turns people into wolves, yeah.
Oh, right. I thought he still had the Invis wolves on Creep Waves.
10
Oh, right, no,
seconds
no, no, no.
remaining.
Let me just see here for a second.
He bites his teammates and turns them into wolves.
5 seconds remaining.
No, I think that's pretty garbage. I think it might end up happening later on if there's some like late game axe, like some a Roshan axe or some stuff like that. But
Yeah. Right.
no, I don't know. I think it's not gonna happen anytime soon at least.
Damn. All
But
right,
so
well.
it's a 5 Abaddon.
Yeah, Father Abaddon, Hanskin on the CM, and Limp Razor with 33 Lycan offlane.
Yeah.
Interesting. The thing is that they don't have any they don't really have a huge threat on the safe lane, right? With Slark and Skyrath, it's
I mean, they have a little bit they kind of do with Slack hitting and stuff, but even if Lycan dies, once or whatever, it doesn't matter. He just needs to get his levels and he needs to get a decent time on his Dawn, and then it's just a good hero in this game against Quasvex Invoker, against like Tiny Skyrath Mage. These heroes they don't like having this wolf running at them. They have nothing to really. Yeah, they're squishy. They don't have these AoE stuns or this AoE cleaves to kill the summons. I think
Well,
it's
they
a
don't
very
have-
good last pick.
they've got Tiny. He can do a little bit, right?
Yeah, but it's a 4 Tiny, right? Like we saw how that looked last game with 1 blank. It's kind of lackluster in damage.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm going to be trying the same thing again. Viking with a very similar draft from last time with a couple of key differences. Most notably in that offlane with Darkseer coming out for them. But otherwise, things are pretty same again. Meanwhile, Alliance, they're just mixing it up completely. Like they've got Nico Baby this time on the left rack, taking over from Limp, and an offlane Lycan, which is something I've just never seen before. But it looks like okay, no, I have seen this before actually. 33 in the safe lane by himself on the Lycan is definitely something I've
Okay.
seen.
Yeah, against Darkseer too. Like
Yeah.
he's just gonna get some points in Feral Impulse and just kind of chill on the tower. Again, like I said before, even if he dies once, it's not the biggest deal. He'll just TP back, and
30
Dire
seconds
to actually
battle.
kill this Lycan, they will have to use all their resources pretty much. One thing that is changed from last game is Invoker is Exort.
Oh yeah, which seems very odd considering my comments last game was that it was one of the best Exort games I've seen. But then again, I'm not that switched on an Invoker. I'm not an Invoker player, nor am I a competitive player. So Sunstrikes don't make the
The battle
Exort builds
begins.
good, I guess. Who knew? Anyway, Tiny coming in, trying to steal the bounty rune here, but will not be successful. And his own rune is going to get denied by a pack of hungry wolves. So Aramis missing out pretty big on the bounty rune.
Wow. Yeah, and all that happened because they didn't think about the lanes that much, I guess, and Darkseer started running to the opposite lane to switch.
Yeah. And Aramis a little bit slow there on getting down to the bounty rune. If he was faster, he could have got the toss off, get himself the bounty, no problems at all. But alas, that is not going to be the case. And now it's going to be Alliance with 3 bounty runes and Viking with 0. The 4th one being denied by a wolf.
But I don't feel like this really hurts Alliance's game anyway. Like, I don't think they really mind this lane swap. They're gonna have their trial lane. They're gonna.
Darkseer, he's going real low real quick. They managed to chain their stuns pretty nicely, and they will finish the job here. Fada does have to tank the tower a little bit, and Solari's thinking, maybe I can get a return, but he's also going to get comboed up. Although they didn't get the split up onto him, they just about catch him on the edge, though. Hanskin, can he find the right clicks? He can't. Solari will get back to safety under the tower, and Alliance, well, they are starting this top lane off very aggressively, but now Solari going to force them back with a concussive shot,
Dire's bottom tower is
giving
under
Toby
attack.
a little bit of safety on this Darkseer. Oops, Larry showing himself. There's the Frost though, and there's another kill coming in quickly for Alliance. They just predict Solari's movements perfectly and punish him heavily for it.
Oof, I think it's looking kind of grim for Viking. Worse than in the first game.
Yeah, you could say that. You could say it, and it's about to look a whole lot grimmer as they get in range for the Frostbite. I don't think Toby's going to get out of this one too easily when that chain stun comes in. And oh, just as the surge comes off as well. Although they do manage to dodge the split up, but it doesn't make a difference. He just goes into a dead end, and Toby is killed off again. Now 3 kills up in that top lane. Meanwhile, down at bottom, 33's on the run. They could really use this one, and the Sunstrike will connect, getting Tanner the kill onto 33. He's happy now in the mid lane, laning up versus Limp. But still, you know, he doesn't have the Quas Wex, so this doesn't feel like a fantastic lane for him. Maybe I'm wrong, but I guess he just cold snaps and runs away. Uses the Forward Spirit to slow down Limp.
You're gonna get linked, but you do have the Forward Spirit to help you out at least.
Maybe get some blocks in, maybe use a cold snap, who knows.
Yeah. You can do some stuff, but
bottom
it's
lane
not an
once
easy
again.
lane.
Fada this time is going to be the recipient of death down here as Solari rotates down and grabs that kill onto the Abaddon. Meanwhile, 33 gets out okay, and Shad getting out just by the very skin of his teeth there, pouncing away from danger.
But
So
if I'm playing Abaddon this game, I feel like it's very simple. Not simple in that way, but if you understand what you have to do, it's simple. Like if I'm Abaddon, I'm just running at this Slack and Skywrath. Maybe you give them some kills, but you take away their region, and then suddenly Lycan's like level 6, and Sky has, you know, spent all this time worrying about Abaddon. Same for Slark, and like, it's just impossible to play at that point. Like, it's already kind of happening now, just from one time Abaddon came bottom, right? Lycan's level 4, and he has his buckler. Slark's level 2, Sky's level 2. Like, they're not gonna touch this Lycan. Like. It's a very difficult game for them right now, I feel.
they just don't have the lockdown, don't have the catch, and 33 is just playing back, using his wolves beautifully with this micro. Don't forget, this man used to be a bit of a Visage spammer, so definitely has the skills to be able to make
No,
this
it's
hero
definitely
work.
a signature hero for him.
I miss 33 Visage. Haven't seen it in a very long time. Where is Visage? Is he coming back anytime soon?
Yeah, I think so. Why not? I think the hero's strong. He's definitely. People have been playing that hero in pubs. That definitely has a place. Also because, yeah, at least in the beginning as well, when the patch isn't as figured out, like pushing seems to be strong. Also early timings are strong. So.
Tanner's running around in mid here, actually, using the cold snap just as Limp comes onto the tower, and Aramis coming around the back. The voice line taunt might actually result in a kill here. Does he have enough damage, though? Tanner needs a little bit more, and he's not going to be able to find it. My god, that was close. And now Limp can pop that salve and get back into lane.
Yeah, he actually had 0 regular damage left.
Limp's coming back in. Tanner has to come close, though, with the Tiny coming back over. Maybe they toss Tanner forwards and try and go for this one. Let's see here. No, they will not. Aramis cannot keep the pressure up, and it looks like Limp is going to be able to get away. It might even look towards Aramis here, but I think he needs to get himself the shrine. So, bouncy rune. Aramis going to sit on top of it for now. Oh, he runs past it? Oh, no. Well, would have been worth his death? Maybe not, but if he's going to die anyway, which he certainly is, then it definitely feels like it. But there you go. Toby will grab the other bounty rune, and at least they'll be able to grab themselves a couple. Meanwhile, down at bottom. Solari's coming in. He's just trying to fight with the creeps, though. The very violent pull as everybody's just scrapping for every single bit of gold they can get. There's 33. He's actually getting kind of low here, and the charge comes in from Shad, but Shad's also taking some damage from Fada. Fada chasing him back and pushing Shad away to the trees. Forcing him to...
his positioning, though. He might be able to do something. I think he's got spotted, yeah.
Yeah, they're pinging, the catapult's hitting him, yeah. See you later, Tiny. It was a nice try. He was nearly in a great position to make something happen there. Always seems to be just crawling up behind people as they start to get low. Meanwhile, Tanner will also drop a shrine here and come back to middle lane.
I feel like it might have been better for them to just run normal lanes and get a really fat Dax here with free farm. And then just try to fight out the lane.
They're going again once again. Oh no, the toss back dodges out the Sunstrike, but thankfully there is Solari here on the Scaraf Mage, able to put an end to Limp's life. A nice little gank in the end, if a little bit confused. Now next time he'll know, cast a Sunstrike on yourself, and this will throw him back there. Easy peasy. Meanwhile up at top, and they're pinging out Toby right now. And the tower is gone already. This is a Leshrac with 3 points in Diabolic Edict if ever I've seen one. And the tower certainly paying the price for that. And Hanskin is looking at coming in from behind here.
Maybe they can get him.
Courier's dead. Two heroes, Solari and Aramis, looking to find some revenge here. As Toby getting stunned up, he's dropping really low, but they're trying to get the kill into the Leshrac. The Sunstrike comes down, the jumps as well, the damage is there, but Hanskin able to find the right click, at least get Toby for this one, but it looks like they'll pay the price of 2 for this kill, though Solari's actually low on mana, so I'm not sure they will be able to finish him off, but luckily Aramis seems to be fast enough to run down Hanskin. Yes, he is. The Tiny will punch him into the ground. That's a double kill for Aramis to finish off. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Lycan popping that ultimate and just pushing down this tier 1 tower. Tanner's nearby, he's got a Tornado, he's got a Sunstrike, a Cold Snap. Maybe they can make something happen here. Cold Snap's going to be dropped onto 33, and then they go with the toss as well. Pounce connects also, and that is 33 dead. They keep their tower alive, they get a kill into the Lycan. That's pretty value.
Yeah, they're getting some kills, but the pressure is kind of on them. Like, Alliance's towers are not getting touched at all. And the kills that they're getting are usually like on their side of the map, so they don't result in any kind of pressure on Alliance. It does make the game more competitive though, the fact that Alliance are dying and getting caught out.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is annoying. Toby, he's not even fast enough to get away from Limp. What? Wow, okay, alright. New Razor's pretty good, and Shady needs to get himself to safety as well. Yeah, no boots on the dark seer, definitely not feeling too great. Limp's not done, he's still looking for Shad right now. Needs to get these clicks in. Gotta close the gap here. Is he fast enough? There's no TPs coming. Limp's not done yet. Okay, now he's done. Now he's like, wait a minute, guys. This is a little bit too much. And there's still no TPs.
Sunstrike.
Limp's checking. Are they gonna find him? The pings are coming. They would have got it right. The pings were on the mark, but unfortunately, there is no kill to be had.
He was dead, unfortunately.
God, that was brave from Limp. That could have gone so bad so easily, but he still gets out okay, so I guess it was good. Well, Aramis trying really hard to toss. Look at mid. Fata, no! He finally gets caught out under the tower. I think Fata's going down here. Meanwhile, on the sidelines, they're able to find 2 kills at once here, actually, as Fata drops, as does Hanskin. Nico maybe come in for maybe a bit of revenge, but there's 4 heroes now. Stun comes out with the avalanche. Aramis, don't run into that, Aramis. Oh dear, did not respect Nico Baby's damage. The blast come through, but Nico Baby actually surviving this one somehow. Ooh. All right, so coming on 10 minutes. Yeah, he's coming in, but Viking.
They're so scared.
Yeah, they suspect something's up. They're like, nah, Fata wouldn't just be running up onto that high ground all by himself, would he? As it happens, he would.
Invoker, what's that item? He's gonna go drums. Okay. Yeah, I think he needs to. If I saw some Brown Boots Midas on him, I would not be a fan.
Yeah, no, this is aggressive. It's nice to see.
I think Alliance is just gonna walk down mid with everyone now. Maybe Razor will stay bottom and then connect, but like Lycan has Dawn now, like, and they have Max Edict with Abaddon shields. It's gonna be very hard for them to defend. They will probably have to though. They need to try to bring everyone, but. Okay, they're running at top. I guess bounces are spawning first of all.
Yeah, gotta deal with those in about 5 seconds, and then the outposts as well. Gotta get that XP. Almost more important than the bounties, I'd say. Now, what's your take? Bounties or outposts? Oh, Toby! He's gonna get run down. The Disco Pony draws blood. And they're pinging Solari as well. Nico Baby's not done here. He's going to keep the chase up onto the Scaraf Mage. Scaraf, he might need to land the stun here on Nico Baby, and he's kind of realizing that maybe this is a little bit too much. There's a concussive shot sent out. just to ward them back, but they are absolutely gathering up in this top lane, looking to make something happen here.
I think the Dire team desperately needs that outpost right now, so that's good that the Tiny secures it. I think early in the game, outposts are probably more important than bounties. As the game progresses, bounties start giving more gold, right? And people are already high level, it's less impactful. But yeah, now they're running at mid with some heroes at least. They're kind of keeping up pressure in every lane, not just mid. They could just go 5 mid right now, but that probably would not be as efficient. So they're gonna just try to take what's more efficient, and that's going top right now. They already forced people mid, so...
Ulti from 33, he's committing pretty hard to this right now. There's his units just trying to chase down Solari, and this Centaur just looking ready to get the stun in. Manages to find it, and Solari, he's gonna get eaten up here. The Mystic Flare does absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, Hanskin tried to join in with this gank, but didn't really go too well for him. Meanwhile, Toby gets brought down by Nico Baby. 33 is well and truly out of here, and now the top tower are going to be taking a very messy fall, but they're going to use the Fortify and TP in Tiny as well. Avalanche used, Nico Baby's low, but maybe not low enough. They toss back the Abaddon under the tower into Tanner. Tanner's going to be able to bring him down here. Fadig goes down without a squeak. Meanwhile, Nico Baby TPing away in the trees, and that's going to put an end to this engagement at top. Still, tower taking some heavy hits there from the Leshrac.
Yeah, they lost some heroes and they lost bot tower. Now they're losing mid.
Yeah, it's not looking ideal either as Aramis is stun chain locked. These damn creeps from the Lycan, although, well, flying away at a million miles an hour with that surge. Didn't quite see them using him, but he's still being chased here. He still might go down, but meanwhile, Leshrac getting stunned up, getting sunstriked up. The Cold Snap, the vacuum, they get the kill. Meanwhile, the creeps do finish off Aramis, so both heroes going to go down here. A lot of blood staining the floor of the middle lane right now as Viking regroup. They keep fighting this one. I mean, again, Alliance, they are ahead, but it is feeling a little bit sloppy.
No, for sure. They're definitely playing sloppily, but yeah. like these type of deaths are just
I didn't
pretty...
even spot that one.
Just casually farming the creep wave. Doesn't even drag it, you know, further to his tower. Just farms it like right there where the tier 1 used to be. And they just walk over and kill him. But still, like, they need a lot more of these type of kills. Like, the thing is, these kills, they don't provide that much. Like, they need so much of those before it starts actually mattering in this game. Because, like, Alliance, they can kind of just walk in a Roche as well soon, and then now they have an Aegis. Like, their 5-man is just too strong.
Yeah, their 5-man is incredibly strong.
But I mean, I think what's mostly important for Viking now is that they try to get the Darkseer levels and get him some items, because he could be the X factor in this game if the game goes later on. If he starts getting max vacuum and wall and stuff.
Yeah, we haven't felt his impact at all, really, but it's still early days in this game. You know, it feels like it's been way longer than it has. You know, we're actually just at about the 14-minute mark. There's been so much fighting, and Fado is finding this out as well. But this time he has his ulti up, so he's able to survive the little engagement here. Concussive shot though, still going to take away a little bit of extra HP. The 33 is scary. He's got that ultimate form available, and all of these creeps, but not a Centaur, but the tornado coming out onto Leshrac right now. Nico Baby's getting beaten down pretty damn fast, and they toss him around. Can they finish the job though? The shield comes out, the heal is there. He's going to survive, and the sun strikes off the mark as well. Meanwhile, Aramis, despite being surged up, might still go down. Yep, he's dead, and Toby as well. Now using a surge on his teammate, doesn't have the ability to get away from 33, and he's just going to get eaten up by the wolf and his buddies. And now they look towards the next tower. The tier 2 tower, which they started work on earlier, will surely be falling. Though the Fortify comes out once again, but it's not going to take much to finish it off. However, there's some pings being made as Hanskin stealing the creep wave. Invoker's coming in on this one. Tanner wants to protect. Hope he's not giving his life for this one. Gets the deny off, but in comes Fada. Hanskin, 33, all converging on his location. They've got a sentry, they've got the vision, and they've got him dead to rights, I think. The stun comes in, the damage is there. Oh my god, Shad's actually coming in on this one, though. Not too sure about this one, buddy, but Slug, he's keen. He's jumping forward, looking for Handskin. Handskin could be a kill for him, but he's also low on HP. Oh no, Nico, baby, he's playing catch right now, and he gets it exactly right. Catches a flying Slug right into his arms. Solari on the high ground now. He's looking pretty damn dead as he gets eaten away. 33 with a triple kill. This Lycan in the safe lane all by himself is doing so much work.
Yeah, I mean, they picked it. They understand the hero very well and saw the opportunity that could be doing that against Darkseer. But I mean, I'm a little like
Oh no,
I'm not too big of a fan of the whole Slark first two, especially in this patch. What's going on? Tiny dying.
What's going on? Bad things, I'm afraid. Aramis being chased into the base. The right click will chase him and not miss uphill. Nico, baby, he grabs an extra as Aramis tried to make a pretty ballsy play to bring down the Abaddon there, but it did not pay off by any stretch. Meanwhile, Limp, he's just cutting bottom wave all by himself, having a great time, playing some PvE. Look at this man farm, Jesus. So new Razor can farm pretty well.
He basically got a new spell this game, this patch. Like he got an extra spell, right? His old current thingy, the third spell, got made into this just move speed thing, aura.
Yeah, unstable
And then
current turned into Storm Surge, which is a
And then
very lame name.
his old current got implemented into the ultimate. So now he has like an extra ability basically.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. We'll see how Razor fares, but he seems very good currently.
No, he's gonna be very strong, I think, in the future of this patch. But yeah, I mean, if you look at Slark, right, like they're kind of playing 4 and 5. The hero doesn't do that much early on. They need to also protect his lane. Like it's just a lot of effort to make the Slark work in the game, and it doesn't provide that much for you. I don't feel.
Well, meanwhile,
They're first doing it. But yeah, the Roshan goes down here.
Roche has taken Aegis in the hands of the Leshrac. It's a beautiful hero to have this Aegis on when you can just basically convert mana into damage. It feels really nice, just run into everybody, dump all your spells, die, come back to life, do it all again. It's very teamfight winning, but it looks like Viking are maybe setting up for something on bottom, but Alliance seem to be aware of it as well, as they're hiding in the trees right now, burying the heads in the sand and waiting.
It's also rough for them, the fact that they haven't taken this bot tower yet. Like that's one strength with Darkseer, is you eventually will get that tower automatically every time.
Tanner okay here, they've got the sentry down, they've got the Yules as well, and a 360 from Nico, baby, but Silent Stuff is going to cancel his split earth. As out comes a tornado, Tanner running through the trees as fast as he can. Little Child Invoker on the run, but running into Fada. Fada with the blocks, gets in the split earth. What a kill, but can they finish the job? A little bit more. Silence up to stop the miscall coming out on the Abaddon, but unfortunately Tanner is out of places to run to. Invoker gets dropped. Aramis is dead as well as Solari jumped on the foot of his very own base. Mystic Call goes askew. Meanwhile, the rest of Alliance, Limp, Hanskin, and 33 took off the 2 back heroes on this Viking. Meanwhile, only Slug is alive, and he's wondering what the hell just happened over there as he wasn't involved with any of it. The tier 2 tower has fallen, and Alliance headed towards the high ground, marching up right now. Viking, they will buy back on their Invoker. They've got 5 seconds left on their Tiny, 8 seconds left on their Darkseer to try and defend this high ground right now. But it's a big ask. It's a really big ask. Tornado's going to go a whiff. But the Rags will certainly fall here. Skyrock back in 24 seconds. It could be an option to try and defend this one, but honestly, Alliance is so damn strong right now. They have this Aegis on Nico, baby. He's not messing around. They're going to surge in the Tiny, see if they can get a toss back, immediately breaking the side link. Not a bad start to this fight. Meanwhile, oh dear, Toby's in some trouble. They can bring him down before he can get his vacuum up. Well, he can get a vacuum up, but he's got no wall anyway. Kind of nice into the Meteor, but kind of nice is not what they need. Extremely nice, or maybe a miracle is what they need right now. Unfortunately, they don't have that player on their team. And Alliance are in the fountain right now, popping that ultimate on Fada, gonna bring down the Slug, forcing the GG out of their mouths, stamping on their chests, and drawing it from their very throats. And there it will come. The Ancient explodes, and Alliance are victorious for game number 2 as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a fast one.
It was a fast one. Alliance playing the tempo very, very quickly there and just utilizing 33, who got all this space. As you say, it just comes down to the lane sometimes. Viking, I'm not too sure how they planned that outcome. It's almost like they didn't plan an outcome to the lanes.
I think it was a rough spot they were put in with the last pick Lycan. Even maybe before that, the draft did look a little awkward. You have this random Skywrath mage in the game and some Invoker mid with Slack. It doesn't really synergize very well. I do think though that if they put the Daxia bottom, maybe as awkward as it sounds, maybe pair it with Skywrath mage early on, and just try to blast the Lycan down, and then Daxia tries to skip and get fat, and then they try to dive him. That could have worked better. I think obviously Slack would have, not gotten much top, but maybe Tiny could have created some space for him by pulling a wave or pulling or trying to do some stuff. It's definitely better like getting a high level Darkseer in this game than a medium level Slark and a very low level Darkseer.
Yeah. You gotta find, you gotta put the focus somewhere in your draft, right? You can't just kind of spread it evenly and go, well, everyone's gonna get a little bit. You need to say we're gonna win this lane. You can't win all 3 lanes. You got to choose 2 and hope for the best. But that didn't quite happen this game. So Alliance take the victory 2-0, bring the series to a close with 2 points in their favor. And that's going to bring their grand total up to 4-0, which they'll probably be quite happy about for this first day. Earlier they managed to beat out Wind and Rain, so what could maybe be considered the easy... no, I think Sword Dark might be considered the easiest team, but to be honest, you never really know until they start playing each other, and anybody can have a stroke of genius or a very good game and just take a couple of notches off your belt. So we'll wait and see what happens. But meanwhile, we got Secret coming up against Sword Dark. That's going to be a final series of the day. That's going to be a best of 2, and we will be casting the first game in that best of 2 right here on this channel. So we're going to throw a quick break, and then we'll be back with that matchup.